even though we told some students to make sure that parents knew the exact location. But thank you all for joining us, making sure that you're here to see your students graduate. We really appreciate that. My name is Virginia Sandoval, and I'm the coordinator of student development here at Texas Southmost College. I'm also going to be serving as your MC for the evening. I had the privilege of working alongside your students throughout the summer, and so I'm really excited to be sharing this moment with them and with all of you today. At this time, I would ask for you guys to please stand and help me welcome Ms. America Medellin, who will lead us in our invocation.
Good afternoon. Will everyone please bow their head at this moment? Dear Lord, thank you for all the blessings you have bestowed upon us. We thank you, Lord, for this wonderful occasion and for bringing all of our families together. We ask that you continue to guide our paths and make us into the leaders you have called us to be. We look forward to the wonderful opportunities that lie ahead. Amen.
Please remain standing and help me welcome Ms. Rebecca Modesto, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. And America and Rebecca were our program graduates today, so I know it took a lot for them to come on up here today. So give them one more round of applause, please. At this time, I'd like to welcome Mr. Armando Ponce, Executive Director for the Office of Student Life, who will be speaking to us tonight. Please help me welcome Mr. Armando Ponce.
I'm going to have to take the mic. It's just a little bit too short for me. Good evening and welcome to Texas Southmost College. This is our second Learning to Lead graduation, and it is a pleasure to have you on our beautiful campus. Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a la graduación de Learning to Lead in Texas Southmost College. Like Virginia said, my name is Armando Ponce, and I serve as the Executive Director for Student Life. And I have the privilege of working with my staff and with all these wonderful students that are joining us here tonight. And I'm very glad with the turnout that we had. This is the most graduates that we've ever had. And we look forward to increasing our numbers, increasing the impact that these students are going to have in our community. The Learning to Lead program is a program that we offer every summer. Students throughout Cameron County come here during their summer break, which is, I think they deserve a round of applause for coming on their own free time, summer break. And we teach them leadership skills. We teach them skills that they may not be learning in the classroom. Oftentimes, as you know, in the real world, as we say, these people skills, the leadership skills that we need to develop, you can't learn from a book. You have to learn through experience. And we try to provide those experiences for the students. Hands-on, interactive, dealing with conflict, learning to resolve issues, and communicating with each other. Those are some of the topics that we covered throughout the program this year, and I know that the students benefited from attending this program. And my hat's off to them for volunteering the time and for willingly coming and joining us this summer. Just to give you an example of some of the work they did, besides attending courses here, they were asked to do a community service project. This year, we partnered with the city of Brownsville. What we did this year is the students participated in various service-oriented projects, featuring a project with the Parks and Recreation Department, where we had students beautify and clean Lincoln Park. So on a very humid and hot and sticky Saturday morning, that was where the mosquitoes were out, the students went to Lincoln Park and they helped beautify the park, which was a great event. We had a great turnout, and most definitely teaching them the significance of giving back to the community, of serving the community, which is a big part of the program that we offer. The students graduating from the program have completed all requirements set forth by the Office of Student Life. Texas Southmost College acknowledged them as a TSC certified student. Now, kind of to give you just a little bit of feedback with a purpose for this program, is we want to ensure that the students that are with us here tonight transition to college. We hope to see them here, come through our doors, but most definitely our goal is that they go to college or to a university. So when they asked me if I could speak tonight, of course, I always take advantage of any time that I have to speak to students. I want to leave a message. I want to talk about 4 keys to being successful in college. Now, the first key that I want to talk about is something that you've already displayed, and that's ganas, right? Effort. We're trying to teach our students to give effort. To be successful in college, you have to give effort. By just showing up, that's effort. By coming every week, that's effort. By showing up on Saturday morning, that's effort. You have to give effort. It translates into you going to class. It translates into you studying on the evenings and the weekends. And I know many of you may have to work. That means carrying a work schedule and also coming to school. But that's a part of the process. You have to give effort. You have to have the will. You have to have the ganas. When I first spoke to you all, if you remember, I told a story about Jaime Escalante and the students and how Escalante taught them ganas, the will to have a better life. So ganas, as we have found, is necessary, but it's not enough. Because obviously, all of you are here, you showed up, that's the effort. That doesn't guarantee you success in college. You need to have a good support network. You need to surround yourself with good people. What do your parents tell you all the time? Tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you what. Who you are, that's right. That's in anything. You need to surround yourself with good people. People who have the same values, people who have the same goals, people who want to be successful. Why would I waste my time with people who don't want to be successful? I choose who I associate with. Associate with people who want to build you up, not bring you down. People who are going to push you forward, not pull you back. So you need ganas, and you need to build a network, a support system. Now, the third key is you need discipline. Why is discipline important? Because you need to have structure in your life. You need to be disciplined enough to know that you have to study, that you have to wake up early in the morning. Discipline is a rule of life. If you eat unhealthy food because you're undisciplined, what happens? You become unhealthy, correct? We suffer the consequences for our lack of discipline. If I don't study before a test, what happens? We're going to fail. If I don't show up to class, what happens? You're going to get dropped from school. You need to be disciplined. You need to be willing to work, to put in the work, to sacrifice. Sacrifice is a big part of discipline. You need to be disciplined enough to sacrifice the things that you want for the things that you need. So discipline is very important. That's something that I teach also. I also teach here. I always preach that to my students, is that you need to be disciplined. Disciplined to know that if your work is due on Friday, it's due Friday, not Monday. That's part of the effort. That's part of the network that you build that encourages you, that you mirror. If they do it, I can do it as well. So you need to have the ganas. You need to have that support system, and you need to be disciplined. And the last key is purpose. I ask all of you why you were here, why were you in this program, why were you giving up your summer afternoons to come and join us? You need to find your purpose. What is your reason? I said, the reason that I have you here, that we invited you here, is so you can go to school. And what you told me is that, well, if you go to school, you can be successful. So you've already identified your purpose. Going to school equates to being successful. Why? Why does that matter to me? Because I want a better life. Because I want a better life for my parents. I want to be the example for my brothers and sisters. I want to be the first one to graduate from college. You need to have purpose. Identify your why. Why am I here? Why am I making the sacrifice? Why do I have to be so disciplined? You have to remember that, because it's going to be difficult times. You're going to get tough. The next 5 years of your life are going to fly by. For me, 18 seems like it was just yesterday. Now that I'm 25, it's gone by pretty fast. What's so funny? It wasn't that long ago that I was sitting in the chair just like you. I was just a little bit taller, a little more handsome, but it is in the blink of an eye. My oldest son is a junior in high school this year. He is 16, going to be 17 pretty soon, and I can't believe it. And he's a handsome devil like his dad, looks just like me. He's 6'4", 215 pounds. And I'm like, when did this happen? Time is going to go by. Don't waste your time. The opportunity is there for you. It's now. I applaud you for making the sacrifice. I applaud you for giving the effort. I applaud you for giving yourself the opportunity to meet people who are just like you, who want the same things, who think the same way you do. That's why you're here, because you want to be successful. Remember your purpose. Don't forget why you're here. That is what's going to put you over the finish line. So I'm going to challenge all of you, because they already tell me that I'm way past my time, right? I'm going to challenge all of you. This room is a beautiful room. It's a very large room. It's not full. Encourage people to come to our program next year. And the big challenge is encourage somebody to go to school that doesn't want to go to school. Encourage somebody who wants to go to college, who doesn't want to go to college, and who needs to go to college, who needs to get an education. Bring them with you. It's not enough to do it for yourself and forget about your community as part of the service learning. Bring your cousin, your neighbor, your brother or sister who have potential, but they're not fulfilling it. Bring them through our doors. Give them an opportunity, the opportunity that you're seeking, the chance for success. It's possible. You have the influence. Leadership, by Webster's definition, is influencing people. Be a leader, influence others to get an education. And I'll leave you with this before we proceed, is that throughout your life, you're going to lose a lot of things. You lose money, you lose loved ones, girlfriends, boyfriends, family members. But one thing that you won't lose is your education. Once you get your education, that's yours to keep and nobody can take it away. That's yours to keep for the rest of your life. I challenge you, complete your education and be a lifelong learner. Thank you so much for your time.
He's just a little bit taller than I am. Just a little bit. Okay, at this time, I would like to invite Leslie Flores to the podium for the presentation of the certificates. Parents, this is your time to take pictures. Your students are going to walk across the stage. Students, please know that as you walk across the stage, we're going to have a photographer right here in the middle section. You're going to pause and make sure that we take an awesome picture of you. All these pictures are going to be available on our Facebook, okay? So if parents, you're not able to take the picture, they're going to be on our Facebook. So please give a round of applause to Ms. Leslie Flores.
Let us begin our presentation of certificates for our spring 2018 semester. Graduates, as I call your name, please come up and receive your certificate. Liza Acosta. Diego Adubati. Lindsay Allen. Celise Anabauni. Siani Arroyo. Mónica Bocas. Julianne Bolanos. Sylvia Cárdenas. Abigail Castro. Luis Chávez. Fabiola de la Garza. Samantha de los Reyes. Kimberly Escalante. Grecia Farias. Sorry, Farias. Cruz Fernandez. Alexis Garcia. Ana Garcia. Ruben Garcia. Stephanie Garcia. Adriana Garza. Leilani Garza. Karen Guardolia. Emily Gonzalez. Paula Guerrero. Jesus Gutierrez. Sarah Gutierrez. Esteban Hernández. Jaime Huerta. Luis Leal. Lemuel Leja. Andrea Lira. Andrick Lira. Annette Lira. Christian Lopez. Alexa Martinez. Sofia Martinez. America Medellin. Janie Mendoza. Paula Mendoza. Rebecca Modesto. Garcia Molina. Sergio Morales. Agustín Muñoz. Carolina Navarrete. José Negrete. Luis Ocampo Reyes. James Pascal. Alec Pedraza. Julissa Perales. Alvarado Perales. Lisbeth Portillo. Jafet Ramirez. Liliana Ramírez. Eric Reyes. Fátima Ríos. Paola Rivera. Damien Rodriguez. Tony Reese. Demily Salinas. Alma Valencia. Jesus Valle. Jose Beira. Lanessa Woodward Sanchez. And Sky Ibarra. This concludes our presentation of certificates. Let's congratulate all the graduates once again. At this moment, we would like to take the time and recognize a few students who went above and beyond. They will be receiving an additional certificate based on their community service hours. As I call your name, please come up and receive your certificate. Solis Anabawani with 31 hours. Jocelyn Barrientos with 36 hours. Demily Salinas with 36 hours. Stephanie Garcia with 39 hours. And Alec Pedraza with 41 and a half hours. These students went above and beyond, above the 10 volunteer hours minimum, so they dedicate their time in volunteering and giving back to the community. Let's give a round of applause to our Learning T graduates once again.
And so these last students that came up weren't aware that they were going to get an additional certificate. The requirement for them was 10 hours minimum. They went above and beyond. And we wanted to recognize that because we know that a lot of the students are in band or football 2-a-days, or, you know, they have to clean the house because they can't do anything else before they clean the house, ¿verdad? Limpiar la casa primero, ¿verdad? So we wanted to recognize all that, all their hard work and the extra community service hours that they did. So big round of applause for all the students that finished the program. Students who participated in the program were able to work with a lot of community partners. They were able to network and learn from a lot of them. And so we really want to recognize those outstanding members of the community that were the presenters for some of these students. Not all of them could be here today, but the ones that are here today, we'd like to take some time and recognize them and invite them up to the stage. We will like to present you with a certificate of appreciation, and they didn't know that either. So if you could make your way up here, Mr. Eugenio Longoria Science and Mr. Rene Valdez are our presenters that are here with us today. So let's give them a round of applause. They worked with the students throughout the summer. And they didn't know they were receiving this award either, so it's a surprise for them. But they constantly work with the students, and they made themselves available, and I'm sure the students will have great things to say about them. They learned about communicating as a team. You guys saw the slides before the presentation. Those are some of the things that they were working on, and learning about how important it is to choose a career early on right now in high school. So those are some things that they learned. Like I mentioned, there were other presenters, but here's Mr. Eugenio Longoria Science. Round of applause for him. Thank you. And Mr. Rene Valdez. Thank you, sir. So on behalf of TSC and our president and the Board of Trustees who could not be here today, we want to thank you all for joining us, and we want to thank all of our graduates who went through the program. We will be contacting you next summer if you'd like to join. Again, we always have different presenters, different community service projects. So students, we would like you to know that we're extremely proud of you, and we hope that you take the lessons that you learn here moving forward and apply it to your everyday life. Continue to grow as a leader, and we look forward to seeing what impact you're going to have in the community. Congratulations to the graduates, congratulations to our families, and this concludes our ceremony. We would like to ask all of you to join us for a reception right outside in the lobby, and for the students to pick up their Learning to Lead t-shirts, courtesy of the program. It's also available outside in the lobby. There will also be a place for all the families to take pictures if you'd like to take pictures with your students. So round of applause for the graduates. Thank you so much, and we invite you outside.